disconnected.
What up, Blockheads?
What up, what up? So, what you want to talk about today, Block?
So, yeah, Raj and I headed to the post office. He's got some stuff to ship out. I've got some stuff to ship out to some patrons. And I was like, hey, bro, you want to ride a Grom to the post office instead and do an episode with me?
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, today's episode is actually a question that I get all the time on the channel. So the question that I get all the time regarding the Groms is the Grom a good starter bike? It's kind of funny because Crystal is even wanting a Grom for a little bit there. Is the Grom a good starter bike? It's not as simple as a yes or no answer. It's actually a yes and a no answer. So yes, for multiple reasons, which we'll go over, and no for multiple reasons, which we will also go over. You jumping again?
Yeah, you're going to hear us giggling like this entire time. Just like, oh yeah, it's a great thing because because anyways.
Yeah, the Grom is a great starter bike because you can act like a jackass on it.
Literally.
The reason that I would say it's a good starter bike is because the size of it. So it's not like a huge bike. I mean, it's considered a mini bike. People call it a pit bike or pocket bike, I think are the terms that people use for it. There's all sorts of different terms for, what kind of bike it is. Insurance considers it a scooter. So,
but it's over 50cc. That's weird.
Right.
I always thought it was 50cc for a scooter.
Yeah, my insurance considers it a scooter. It's pretty crazy. Well, right. Sorry, we're going right.
What? See, that was me doing a donut out. You didn't see it, but it was there.
But it was a donut, I promise.
There are definitely a lot of really cool parts to having a Grom. I myself was recently turned by watching the video of you, Mr. Block, going down the thing by Artagon.
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
the exploring
shit, that
video.
is awesome. Yeah, I was like, shit, that is awesome. I want to do that.
They definitely encourage you to explore. It's a big perk of them for sure. I would say the first and best reason I think it's a good starter bike is because of the size of the bike, and that's in multiple different areas. So the size of it in terms of the seat height, right? Like, how tall are you, Raj? 5'10", 5'9"?
I would say a healthy 5'9" on a good day. Yeah. 5'8" by the end of the day.
So you can pretty much flat foot it, on both sides. You're not stretching, you're not tippy toeing. So it's a good bike for that because whenever you're able to flat foot, you're coming to a stop and stuff, you feel way more comfortable and you feel way more in control of the bike. If you have to back the bike into a spot, stuff like that, you feel way more in control if you can actually put your feet on the ground and control the bike.
And not only that, but like you were saying, it's a much smaller bike in engine. You can explore the gearbox.
Exactly. So the size of the engine, it being smaller also is a good thing for a first-time rider for a couple of reasons, because it's not going to get away from you as much as a way more powerful bike would. So if I were to make a small mistake on this bike, it's going to stay a small mistake because you have way more room for error, versus if I made that same small mistake on a CBR 1000 RR, it's no longer a small mistake because that bike is
80 feet down the road.
Yeah, that bike is insanely powerful, and that small mistake is now amplified times 100. You just don't have it's not as forgiving on a larger bike like that. And the
especially if you have even bigger than that, if you're thinking about Dynas and stuff, if you go down on that thing, you're not picking it back up. This thing you can literally lift with one hand.
Exactly. The weight, also another really good thing for it being a starter bike. The size of it, it's 220 pounds, wet weight. I don't know. I'll post up the exact weight of the bike on the screen here. Yeah, it's insanely lightweight, which translates into, you being able to maneuver it, flick it around more. It definitely has a lot of nimbleness to it. And then, like you said, if you drop it, you can pick it up versus, if you drop a Harley, it's a little more difficult to pick up.
Yeah, you're going to need some help. And one of those weird things, dude. One of those things where you have to position yourself properly.
Yeah,
from a specific area. Yeah. Like you're in the gym.
Yeah, turn backwards, put the kickstand down, lift it with your legs and all that shit.
There's a lot of really cool things about Groms. I can't stress this enough that it's a whole other world of motorcycling, because you're normally used to, like, you're fast, you're powerful, you're going down the road, and you are a big moving object that's going from point A to point B and going relatively quickly. When you're on a Grom, you're kind of just like, oh, I want to play in that park. Oh, I wonder if I can fit through that. Oh, that's cool. I want to, like, my bike is small enough that I can make use of a much smaller area.
Oh yeah. It's not in your head to, like, try and go fast, because you're just not gonna go fast.
Yeah,
like you said, it's good for around town, because, like, the speed limit on this road, I'm pretty sure, is like 45, and we're going like 48, 50 miles an hour, which that's about their speed range, I mean, they top out at anywhere between like 50 and 60 miles an hour. I got it up to 62 miles an hour the other day downhill.
So there's a lot of really cool good parts to having a Grom. Like, I'm down on it. Reese finally, one day he was like, you know what? I think maybe yes. And then the next day he's like going to every dealership. And by the end of the day, he's like, look, I got a Grom.
Yeah, seriously.
C125. I definitely if you look to your left, see that little like loading dock, we could have some fun in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, you're not afraid to, like, throw it off of a ramp, because you have way more control over it, versus it's not something you would do with a bigger bike, like a Super Sport or your Harley. I mean, dude, I wouldn't do 75% of the shit on my Harley as I do with this thing.
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, but you got to think, like, even if you want to go the route, I'm not talking about Harleys, but actual motocross bikes, it's still too big. Like, as just as an object, it's too large to do stuff in, like, small rural areas. Not rural, urban.
Yeah.
It's a really nice part about a Grom. Like,
the size is a convenience. All right, well, we're going to go ship some stuff off, and we will continue this episode.
This thing is going to be sent with bubble wrap and dreams.
And a good luck pat.
Yeah.
Good luck. Off you go. All right, we'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
We good.
We good.
And we're back. Connectivity provided by Senna.
Thanks, Senna.
These aren't jump speed bumps. These are hurt speed bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, those don't jump as well. They're not as gradual.
It's more of an abrupt up than down.
Yeah. All right, so where were we on the Grom video?
I think we had finished good, and we were now on to less good.
So yeah, we talked about some of the positives, about the size of it in terms of seat height, the weight of the bike, the size of the engine, and then I would also throw in there... Dude,
what are you doing, Jim? Seriously, bro? Come on. Man bun.
If we were a regular car, would he have done that?
Well, that's the thing. He was literally looking the wrong direction.
Wow.
Okay, anyways, yeah, we had kind of gotten to the end of, the things we liked, and now we were kind of on to the things that were less likable.
Yeah, and then in addition to throw into the things we like, the price of the bike, obviously pretty affordable, and also just to throw in real quick, it is exactly like a big motorcycle, just miniaturized. So you've got like the clutch, you've got, or the clutch lever, you've got the gear shift lever, you have throttle on the right side, you have front brake here, and you have rear brake there. That's exactly how it is on every other normal size bike, which is cool because that means you learn how to ride a motorcycle, and you can basically take all of that to a larger bike. So those are the good things. However, there are some downsides if you have a Grom as your first bike, such as...
Literally the exact things that were good about it are also cons.
Exactly. The fact that it's small, yeah.
You can literally pick it up and steal it.
Yeah, that is a pretty big downside. Like, you do hear a lot about, like, thefts from people just picking them up and putting them in the back of their truck or a van or some stuff like that. It's definitely a downside, the fact that it's really super lightweight. People can pick it up and just... I mean, 2 guys can pick this bike up. I've seen 1 guy pick this bike up, but he was massive. It was like the mountain off of Game of Thrones. Yeah, if you have one, I mean, I recommend having insurance on them. Just, you don't want something to be stolen and for you to be, out that money. I have, full coverage insurance on, like, all of my motorcycles, just in case that happens, because we live in Orlando and bikes get stolen. Like, the size of it, like you said, perk, but also the downside. And then also along that same line, the size of the engine, it being 125cc, is a perk, but it's also a downside, because if you were to start out with this as your primary bike and you basically get acclimated and you learn how to ride it, you're gonna outgrow it so quickly because it's only really good for stuff like this, you know, like around town. Granted, Photogrammer is taking it across the country. It can be done, but
it will take a long time.
Exactly, it's not meant for it. Like I'm pretty sure he's taking an entire month to go across the U.S. on a Grom, which is awesome. I mean, it's
that's
gonna
a top
be super
speed.
Yeah. I mean, he's hitting different spots, meeting up with subscribers, meeting up with people. I mean, I think it's really super cool. You guys be sure to go follow him. If y'all are checking out this video, you probably definitely know who Photogrammer is, but if not, I'll drop his link right here as well as down in the description below. He's a fun guy.
Other things, it's not so great if you're like a bigger person, because I mean it's okay, but you're gonna have to like adjust the shocks and, you know, the front fork and all that kind of stuff if you're a bigger person, because this bike, there's not a lot of room. Like,
yeah,
there is, but there also isn't.
I mean, I've seen people that are bigger in terms of like tall, height, as well as weight. Ride them. It doesn't come with like adjustable suspension or anything. It's like whenever you buy it, it's bare bones. Granted, it isn't carbed. It is electronically fuel injected, which is cool. So yeah, downsides. Yeah, the size of it, you're gonna outgrow it pretty quick. It's not really made for distance. I would say, like with the way that Miss Block and I have the bikes, like we have Groms, but then we also have our full-size normal bikes that we ride. So these are basically like a novelty bike. We can throw them in the back of the truck super easily, you know, take them up to Jacksonville for Grom Day or down to the Keys or you know, St. Augustine.
Like, exactly. If you guys want to go on, like, you know, I want to use this term loosely, but like a couples retreat, couples trip,
right,
and you don't want to be driving the car around, like St. Augustine, for instance, the roads are really small.
Yeah.
And it would be much easier to have Groms out there.
Exactly. So it is nice in terms of being able to load it in the back of the truck, once again, because of the weight and how small they are. Then whenever you're up there, you got to worry about them being stolen. Or wherever you go. You just got to lock them down. Get a Sprinter van.
Exactly. Like you're saying, it's not quite a novelty thing, but it's a specialty thing. Because I feel like
you could have this as your primary bike, but
yeah, but you also wouldn't be able to take somebody on the back of it. So like, say like this is your only thing, because like, for instance, I am a motorcycle only kind of person. Yes, Crystal does have a car, and yes, we do use it, but like as far as me specifically, like she's off at a clinical today and I'm bike.
Yeah.
If it was raining, I'd still be bike. Yeah. And if you have to, like, you know, pick somebody up, or if you know what I mean, get to pick somebody up, yeah, you're going to be Ubering and hoping your Grom doesn't get stolen.
If you is single.
if you is single, I'm ready to mingle.
Ooh, shade parking.
Do it.
There's a Grom perk right there.
Yeah, exactly. You can nimble and weave through everything.
All right, so back through that ramp complex.
Yes.
All right, so in continuing with the Is a Grom a Good Starter Bike video, we've given you some pros, we've given you some cons. What would you say? Are there any more cons, Raj?
I don't feel like there is. I feel like realistically, as with everybody, it really depends on what you want. It depends on what you are looking for in a bike. Nobody can really tell you any different than that. I mean, if you want a Grom, if that's the kind of flavor you want, then go for it. If you are usually around your own neighborhood and you don't spend much time on highways, it's great. If you have tons of little spots that you can explore, then it's awesome.
Yep.
But do keep in mind that you can't have somebody necessarily on the back unless you a toothpick.
Yeah, you definitely ain't riding two up. I mean, I've seen people ride two up, but it's going to drastically like reduce your top speed.
Yeah, and you're going to feel like anytime you hit a pebble in the road, it's going to beep your bleep up.
Your suspension is definitely going to be way compressed.
That is definitely a much more scientifical way of saying that.
Aw, not a good jump by me.
But I mean, it's a lot of fun, and if you already have a bike and you're just looking for a new way to enjoy motorcycling, and you have friends that have Groms, it's a great thing.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, exactly. When you're doing it with friends, it's completely different.
Yeah, man, you got a Grom with friends. That's why I bought two of them. You know, one for me, one for Miss Block.
And eventually, I'll get around to getting one. I just need to get done with this medic program. Is there one more? There's no more, is there?
No, there's like 3 more.
There is! So you kind of have to jump, too.
Yeah, you jump a little bit, like right at the top, and then be sure to keep it level. So get your squat on.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my god, this is awesome!
See, isn't that fun?
Yes!
Dude, we're hitting them going like 25, 30 miles an hour. Yeah.
This one at 40, right? Ah, this is so cool.
Overall message,
One more.
you should definitely buy a Grom.
One more. One more. I definitely felt myself go a little bit to the side on one of them.
Yeah,
And
you gotta be careful. So yeah, overall, would definitely highly recommend a Grom. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but
maybe
obviously you gotta,
not as your only form of transportation.
yeah, exactly.
But
Like this
definitely
this wouldn't be my only bike. You know, if I didn't have another bike, I would definitely buy something before I got this one. The fact that, you know, I have the Harley as well. If I want to go longer distance, I grab that bike. If I want to go shorter distance around town and stuff, this is the one. If I want to go hooligan, do stupid shit, this is also the one.
This is the yeehaw bike. The other one's more like the. What is that noise?
What is
You
it?
hear that?
Yeah.
That's you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my I have a disc brake lock in the seat.
You hit it.
And it's
You
going
hit
off.
it hard enough that it set it off.
It's going off.
It's still going.
It's apparently registering that it's on a disc brake. Anyways, those are the reasons, guys. If y'all have any thoughts, drop them in the comments down below. Big thanks to Raj for riding along with me. Appreciate it, sir. You guys be sure to go check
Absolutely.
him out. Instagram, I'll drop his link down in the description as well. Trash Panda said, but a Trash Panda _ said. Is this thing still going off?
It is. I can hear it from here.
Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys aren't patrons already, you want a chance to win some cool stuff. I don't know when I'm releasing this video, but as of us recording it, we're giving away 2 Send to 30Ks, which is how Raj and I are communicating right now. And then next month, it's going to be something even cooler. If this video comes out next month, I will tell you what it is. It's which is pretty freaking awesome. That's ridiculous. I gotta fix that. People touch the bike and just. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon as well so it sends you notifications for future uploads and all that. Until next time, you guys ride safe, stay vigilant. Catch y'all later. Deuces.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's okay. I understand.
What the hell, bike? Stop.
He's stealing things. He's committing a crime.